What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that is extremely important, and that is protecting your most valuable asset. What am I talking about? I'm not talking about your time. I'm not talking about your money. You guys, I'm talking about your health. Your health should be your number one priority in life, because without your health, you don't have anything. So the way I want to discuss this topic is basically just kind of go through a day in my life and what I do to be mindful of my health and to optimize my health just in a standard work day. So when I wake up, I get out of bed, I use the restroom, and I'm brushing my teeth. Guys, I know that goes without saying, but I think a lot of you fail to do so. So make sure you're brushing and flossing. After I take care of that, I'm going out in the kitchen and I am preparing myself a high protein breakfast. So me personally, I like to cook 3 eggs, eat that with some grits and some hot sauce. That's an everyday staple for me. You know, I see a lot of people I work with currently and throughout the years, and they're eating straight garbage for breakfast. They're drinking Coca-Colas first thing in the morning. They're eating sugary donuts. They might be eating like a bag of chips or like some gas station hot dog or some bullshit. You guys, that's not the way. High protein breakfast, keep it simple. I like instant grits. I like some farm fresh eggs, some hot sauce and some cheese, and I'm good to go. Now we follow that up with a cup of coffee, because that is an absolute must for me. And beyond that, I'm drinking 12 to 24 ounces of water before I'm out the door on my way to work. You guys, I work in South Florida. It is extremely hot, and that means I take my hydration extremely seriously. Drink plenty of water while you're at work. I like to take it a step further. I buy a lot of those hydration packets. You'll see brands like Liquid IV, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll even put some pink Himalayan salt in my water. I'll put some apple cider vinegar in my water, and I'm just constantly drinking water all day long. And not only am I staying hydrated and eating a high protein breakfast that I cook for myself, but I'm also eating a healthy lunch. You guys, whether that means you're packing your lunch, there's a cafe right by my current job. I go to it damn near every day, and I get myself something healthy like ahi tuna, salads, just good, healthy, fresh food. It's not the cheapest thing, but to me, it's money well spent, because I'm doing it not only because I love good food, it's delicious, it's a nice way to kind of break up the day, but you guys, you got to eat healthy. I see it. I've been seeing it for a long time. People eat like absolute shit. They're eating fucking Burger King, Taco Bell every single day, gas station food. They're knocking back 2, 3, 4, 5 energy drinks now. So let's focus on something else. You guys, don't underestimate the power of your personal protective equipment when you're at work. Look, welding is an inherently hazardous profession. There is a lot that can go wrong. There is a lot that can harm you, both in a split second and over long-term exposure. So me personally, I've chosen to invest a lot of my money into things that will prolong my health and help me stay healthy while I'm doing my job. One of the big ones, we're talking about welding, right, is your welding helmet. Don't cheap out on your hood, guys. I have a couple different hoods. I always buy brand name. We're talking Speed Glass. We're talking Lincoln Electric, Miller's. They're all good. You find what you like. And, I recommend splurge and get a top of the line welding helmet that is going to protect your eyes while you're doing your work. I went and bought myself a now that has a HEPA filter. It's battery powered. It's a bit cumbersome to wear, but when I'm MIG welding aluminum, or I'm stick welding, or say in the rare occasion where I'm welding galvanized steel, or even when I was welding a lot of stainless steel, I would make it a priority to wear my PAPR, my air hood, my hood that is sealed off around the neck, and it's pumping fresh filtered air, so I'm not breathing all that carcinogenic smoke, all that hexavalent chromium, all that shit that is gonna fucking give you lung cancer, give you heart disease, and kill you and end your career a lot faster than what you're hoping for. All right. I see guys do it all the time. They'll be plasma cutting, and they're not using any type of eye protection, maybe some clear safety glasses. But guys, plasma cutting will burn your fucking retina straight out of your head. So at the very least, throw on some dark sunglasses. Usually when I'm plasma cutting, I'll throw on my air hood. I'll put it on grind mode, maybe at like a shade 5. So a lot of this stuff, it really boils down to just taking the time, thinking about what you're doing. Don't be in such a rush to get the job done and sacrifice your safety and your health. All right, so when you're welding, you need to be wearing either a long sleeve shirt or some welding sleeves. Here in South Florida, I've worked with a whole lot of guys who just weld in t-shirts, right? And hey, if that's what you want to do, you do you. And I get it, it's hot. Sometimes wearing sleeves, wearing a long sleeve shirt, it sucks, guys, but you just kind of got to nut up, take responsibility for your health, and do what's right. And a quick tip, if you are just going to weld in a t-shirt, at least throw on some heavy duty sunscreen on your exposed areas. Because guys, I know people personally who have gotten skin cancer from welding, and these are young guys, right? And everyone thinks it's not going to happen to them, but trust me, it can happen to you. So be mindful, personal protective equipment. And now I also want to touch on hearing protection. You guys, welding shops are extremely loud. When you're cutting on chop saws, you're banging on steel with hammers. Welding can get loud. There's fans, there's air compressors, all this shit. It can seriously damage your hearing. So you really need to consider, using earplugs while you're working in a loud environment. These are things that are common sense, but I've seen them go overlooked all day, every day for years, right? And I don't want anything bad to happen to you guys or myself. So, at least consider what I'm saying and, maybe heed the warning. Another subject, right? Caffeine, energy drinks. My personal recommendation is to avoid energy drinks as often as you can. Now, I know in the trades, welders, energy drinks, they kind of go hand in hand, right? And I certainly would be lying if I said I don't drink them on occasion, but I try to make that a rare occasion. Now, coffee, that's a different story, right? I'm usually knocking back a coffee for breakfast, double shot espresso latte for lunch, and then maybe another cup of coffee after work. But, I keep it real limited on the sugar and the creamer. I just, black coffee, guys. If you need to get that caffeine in you to keep you high energy, by all means. But all that extra bullshit, all that sugar, all that energy drink, man, it's probably not going to be the best for you long term. So, just keep that in mind. All right, so we kind of gone over hydration. We've gone over the type of foods you want to be eating. We've gone over personal protective equipment. Next thing I want to get to is, to staying active outside of work, man, because it's important. And I think it's, I understand we work long fucking days. It's hot. It's physical. You get home, you just kind of want to crash out on the couch or whatever. But that is not the answer, guys. Me personally, I'm going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And when I'm not in the gym, I'm riding my bike. And, do I always have the energy? Do I always feel like doing that? Would I rather sit on the couch and, chill out? Of course I would. But let me tell you, every time I get out there and I exercise, I end up feeling great afterwards. I never regret it, not once, and neither will you. So, you got to exercise. You can't be just being a lazy bitch when you get home. Maybe this isn't what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. You guys, just because you work a physically demanding job does not give you an excuse to not exercise after work. I'm just going to say that, okay? And then once you get home, after you've worked all day, you exercised. Now, the next, probably the most important thing is your sleep. Sleep has evaded me, all right? It's not the easiest thing for me to fall asleep, even after I've worked my ass off all day, gone to the gym, I'm dead tired. I lay down in bed and I just can't fall asleep. So, I've dabbled with a lot of different over-the-counter sleep medications to try to help me get that 7 to 8 hours that I need. And usually I'm landing somewhere more between the 5 and 6 hours a night because, let's face it, as welders, we got to wake up early. Guys, right now I start work at 6:30, and that means I'm usually going to bed by 9 o'clock. There have been jobs where I've had to start work at 5 o'clock in the morning, doing that 6 days a week for years on end. And that shit takes a toll on you guys. So make sure you're doing your very best to get to bed early and to get as much quality sleep as you possibly can. All right, guys. And another thing you really need to focus on is getting regular blood work and having a good relationship with a good doctor. All right. Now, I've not always been the best at this. I neglected going to the doctor for a long time. I know a lot of us, if you're anything like me, you will put off seeking attention for your medical needs, right? It's just something that we tend to do. But you guys, I cannot strongly urge you enough to just kind of don't make excuses. Don't put it off. If you got a medical issue, just go and get it looked at and get it taken care of. And if you feel fine, you feel great, you still need to be going and getting regular blood work. I'd say twice a year, establish a good relationship with a good doctor and stay on top of all your blood work. And, if you got a problem, get it taken care of. And that's physical and mental, you guys. Now, mental health is a topic that I don't really feel qualified to speak on, but if you're having problems, you guys reach out to somebody and get the help that you need, because that's just as important as taking care of your body physically. So, and guys, for an added tip, I'm just gonna tell you guys about some of the supplements that I take on a daily basis to keep my health optimized and to keep me feeling good. All right, so first thing, I put a few drops of iodine in my coffee, right? That might sound weird to y'all, but it works for me. I also take cod liver oil. I take just regular standard fish oil supplement. Most of the time I'm taking a high quality multivitamin. And that's about it. Keep it pretty simple. That's what works for me, and I'm going to keep doing it. So just to recap, you guys, health is wealth. I know it rhymes and it sounds corny, but it's fucking true. I've spent a lot of time sick, not feeling good, and man, it just really makes you appreciate your health when you do have it. And it's extremely important, you guys. As welders, we work in a hazardous environment. We are exposed to lots and lots of hazards, and we really, really need to prioritize our health. So don't make excuses for your bullshit lifestyle. Fix it. Get it right. So what does that mean? That means focus on good quality sleep, adequate amount. It means taking care of your hygiene, guys. It means eating right, getting enough protein, getting enough actual nutrients from your diet. It means not eating a bunch of sugar, drinking a bunch of sugar, living off of fucking gas station food and soda pop. It means not drowning yourself in drugs and alcohol when you get home from work, but instead using that time to exercise and take care of yourself mentally and physically. It means supplement if necessary, and it means staying up to date with your doctor and your blood work. And I say all this because it's extremely important to me, and I've worked with too many guys who I've seen just completely neglect their health, and it's sad, guys. It's sad to see, and I don't want it to happen to you. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself out there, and I'll catch you next time.